What's up, guys? Welcome back to Golf Simulator Videos. I'm probably here with one of the most anticipated videos we've had in a long time, ever since I think the PGA show of 2022, where I first showed you guys that Uneekor announced a new portable golf launch monitor. Well, we have it here today, the Uneekor iMini portable golf launch monitor. We're here to give you guys a first look unboxing, and we're going to do some demonstration shots. There's a lot to talk about. I figured we'll do a quick unboxing, talk about, kind of some hardware specifics, pricing, things along those lines, what's included, data points, all of that, and then we'll move on, show you guys a demonstration. And I'm going to show you some new software that they came out with that I think you're going to be really impressed with, that helps users through the setup process and actually manage their licensing and everything. So first thing first, let's just go ahead and unbox this thing. We'll talk along the way. I appreciate you guys watching as always. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to the channel yet, please do. I appreciate it. As always, if you're looking to purchase any Uneekor, hardware or software for that matter, could be the new iMini, could be an IXO, IXO2, or even QED, make sure you shoot me an email. I'll pin it to the top of the comments and put it in the description, helping tons of people. Want to make sure you're getting, good packages and everything, saving the most amount of money if you need components, all of that. So this is actually a box inside of a box. So let's go ahead and pull it out of here. I always like paying attention to packaging, and this looks like some quality packaging. So cool box, obviously the branding on the front, dual camera portable golf launch monitor. So there are two high-speed cameras inside of this. I'm going to go through all the details. Some of you may be looking at this for the first time, and I know these videos go on for years, so want to make sure you guys understand it all. So two high-speed cameras with infrared, battery operated, battery lasts for 5 to 6 hours, built-in screen. It's an e-ink screen that is backlit. The nice part about e-ink is it doesn't wash out in the sun, so I thought that was a good choice. Let's go ahead and get this thing out of here. The moment everybody wants to see is the actual unit, right? I mean, we've shown this at the PGA show, but, not hands-on, not talking about it, showing the, nooks and crannies and everything. Let's put this off to the side. It's like an accessory. Get this thing out of here. Okay, so we have a box inside of a box and a case inside of a box. But I think that it's fantastic. I read that it comes with a case. It's a portable golf launch monitor. Yeah, odds are you're going to be taking this thing to the range. Even if you're in a portable setup inside like a garage, you're going to, maybe pack it up when you're done playing or tearing down, and you have a safe place to keep it. So let's put this box off to the side now. All right. And let's take a look at this case first. So that's a really nice case. I mean, when you're buying something like this, you want to protect your investment. A lot of times things come with little bags and everything. I mean, we have to show this. I got to get this up close. This is like a high quality, hard case, almost like a suitcase with a handle on top. It has feet on the bottom for if you're, setting it down. I like the branding right on it and everything. It's a cool kind of like gunmetal color. All right, I know everybody wants to see the actual mini, so let's see if we can open this thing up. I didn't take a whole lot of time with my first look setup here because, hey, we're inside the studio. I like things being uncut and everything, so I show it how it is. All right, here it is. So let's pull this thing out of here. It's wrapped in like a plastic protective material. So we'll go ahead and take that off. Glad that they do that. Once again, like I said, I like it when things are, attention to detail. Check this thing out. Two high-speed cameras, like I said, infrared, built-in screen. It's not a touch screen. It has rubber buttons, and I'll bring this up to the camera here in just a second. The side is like a piano black, which is really cool. You've got ports on the back. Let's just go ahead and bring this up. I mean, let's show it off. So on the front, there's your two high-speed cameras with infrared surround. It's like a hard case, which is protective, and I see that they have feet here. And I'll tell you what, I've got a golf ball right here. Let's do our golf ball test right out of the gate. So if you take a golf ball and you put it in there, it actually, oh yeah, you have tons of room. You probably have almost like a 1/4 inch from golf ball to camera if it were to get in there and hit that slot. I know it's probably a little tough for you guys to see, but see how it can't hit the camera? Well, that's shank proof. That's good. I mean, I don't know about proof. I mean, I'm sure anybody could maybe break something if they tried hard enough, but let's just say that this thing is, you know, durable, very durable. On the top, see if I can power this thing on. There you go. See how that is not washing out with that super bright light? Sure, it's a little reflective. Of course, you're going to get that. I mean, I'm putting it, you know, 6 inches away from a light. But yeah, that e-ink screen is really cool for outdoor use. When that boots up real quick, let's just go ahead and take our rubber boot off. Now, why do they have a rubber boot? Well, when you're taking it out to the range, you can put it on to protect your power, USB-C, and Ethernet. Ethernet is for connectivity direct to your PC. Then they have USB-C, which is stated right now for use only for Uneekor. Doesn't mean that might not change in the future for connectivity. And then power. Like I said, battery life is 5 to 6 hours. It does have Wi-Fi connectivity, so it can turn itself into like an access point, and that way you can connect it to your iPad. And why is that important? Well, it's because they have their new View software compatible now for iPad. So let's just go ahead. All right, sleep mode. Press power button. I just want to show you guys real quick. So see how it has a light too, how it's backlit? I mean, obviously I'm putting under super bright light, but menu, you have target alignment, you have settings, status, updates. So you can do updates right on the unit connected to Wi-Fi or connected to a PC, which is nice. And then it does have a built-in barometer. I think that wasn't talked about a whole lot. So if you go under menu and settings, you can actually, let's just go under settings really quick. So right-handed, yards, and I'll kind of show you guys what I'm looking at here. Right-handed, yards, or meters, mile per hour, 1-page or 2-page mode for showing data. You can do a rotation on the data if you want. It has a putting mode, so you can turn it into putting mode if you're out on the putting green. Elevation. So if you select elevation, you can actually have it set to an elevation, or it goes to automatic for barometer. Auto sleep, auto shutdown, auto upgrade if it actually detects that there's new software. Very cool stuff. These rubber buttons are nice. I'd have to say that not having a touch screen is not really a downside when you have nice, simple to use buttons. You saw me navigating through the menu like that. Having that option is nice. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, touch screens, you can just go point and click, but I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. So let's go see what else is in here, and we'll talk about some other things. Just kind of put this back in there a little bit. It comes with an Ethernet cable to connect to your PC. This is a power cord. This is the power adapter for the power cord. They do state to make sure you use the power cord, included with the unit. You want to make sure, the polarity's not wrong and, your voltage, amperage, all that stuff is proper. And then it comes with stickers and tweezers. Let's talk about data really quick, okay? So I actually have some different things pulled up here because I want to speak properly. So you need a sticker, a single sticker, placed towards the toe, right in the center. They show an example of a 13 groove wedge, and it's towards the toe, right off the groove in the center of that, all right? That's going to enable club speed, angle of attack, smash factor, and club path. Smash factor is just a division of club speed and ball data, all right? You've seen that 1.5 number, the ultimate smash factor. That's all that is. And then as far as ball data goes, you do not need stickers for any of the ball data. I always want everyone to understand you can play simulation or be outside with no stickers on clubs if you want. It's going to give you ball speed, backspin, side spin or spin axis, side angle, side distance, launch angle, carry distance, descent angle, apex, which is your peak height, distance to apex, flight time, and then the run out. Now let's point this out really quick. Descent angle, apex, distance to apex, flight time, and run. Those have an asterisk next to them, and that's because it's available on the software. So you do need to pay attention when you're looking at launch monitors. Sometimes there's a lot of data provided, and it's not always provided right from the launch monitor. There could be some type of calculation they're doing. So as far as the ball speed, both spins, the side angle, side distance, launch angle, carry distance, those are all coming directly from the unit. It's measuring that data and providing it, all right? They're not doing a calculation to come up with that. But those other things, it's no different than like the total distance. Well, I actually, usually pay attention to carry for the most part. Total distance is a calculated number. It's gonna vary. If you're outside, you could be hitting hard ground, downhill, whatever it may be. reality, and that's simulated in software. All right, so, but the club data is all measured. Club speed, angle of attack, smash factor, and club path. So things that you guys, I want you to understand. Now, hitting area. All right, so it's about 4 inches smaller. I think it's actually exactly 4 inches smaller than the IXO, because the IXO is 16 inches long by 12 inches wide. This is 12 inches long by 8 inches wide, and the unit sits about 15 or 16 inches away from the ball. Now, I mean, you could mess with that if you wanted to, you know, because you have 8 inches of play. But my mat is just over 8 inches wide. So I know it's gonna, you know, cover this whole mat, and I'll show you guys how it's able to lock in when we get this thing fired up and giving you some examples. No marked balls is a big thing. Do understand their base unit, that's the ceiling mounted unit, is, I shouldn't say base, but you know, they're lower priced ceiling mounted unit out of the 3 they have. The QED requires marked balls. It sits 3.5 feet behind the hitting zone. Then the IXO they came out with after the QED, no marked balls with advanced club data. That sits in front 3.5 feet. All right, and then they have the IXO 2 now, which has 3 cameras, that additional 3rd camera giving you a really big hitting zone. All right, I think I actually have a snapshot of that in here that I could share with you guys. So yeah, 21 inches by 28 inches is the IXO 2. It's huge, so you could use it in an offset environment, or you could use Mini in an offset environment because it can be set off to the side. But easy for right and left hand play is what the IXO 2 allows, and it's out of the way, of course. Now what's cool is they actually have the impact image and the swing path video that Uneekor is so known for the iMini. I'm going to show you guys that inside the View software. It's really cool. I've seen it, and it's impressive. For being a side unit, what you can see and how clear it is, it's really cool. I think that covers, for the most part, all the data points. I talked about the battery life. You know, space requirements is really up to you and your safety factor. You know, they have stated space requirements. The facts is that if you could safely swing, this is going to be able to read it. It's going to measure it in a small window, but they state that. And then the actual weight of the unit, 7 pounds, 15 ounces. I mean, like I said, it's a little bit bigger, you know, but it's awesome. I mean, it's a good footprint. I feel like it's not too big. It's not too small. It has a nice handle on the back. Let's go ahead and get this thing started and give you guys a first look. I did want to point out, because I got talking about data points, the stickers that are included, you only needs a single sticker, comes with tweezers, and I'll show you that really quick. That's just so you can place the dot on the club with tweezers. They do have aftermarket stickers that a lot of different people sell that you may want to dabble with and see if they work properly for you. I could do some testing, but you know, a lot of times you can buy those. They come with like a little tab to place the sticker, which is really easy as well. But it comes with a lot of stickers, so you're probably gonna be good for a while. Let's get this thing set up though, guys. Stay tuned. We're gonna show you all kinds of stuff, talk about new software that was released. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the fun stuff. All right, guys, welcome back inside the GSV studio. We have our Uneekor iMini all set up. We'll go over a couple final few things, and then we'll dive in and give you guys some shots and examples and look at some data of this thing, all right? First thing first, let's go ahead and just talk about the hitting area, because once I got this all set up, which was very easy to do, and you guys can see in the background I'm running new software. It's called the Uneekor Launcher software, and we're gonna talk about that in a second. It makes all this so simple. But let's go ahead and show you the hitting area. I'm all the way to the side of my mat, and it will lock in. All the way to the other side of my mat, and it will lock in. So I wanted to make sure you guys knew that, you know, I mean, it's a pretty substantial hitting area. And then depending on how far back and forward you like to go, that's as far back as it is, okay? And then I can go up here, and I actually still have more room to move it forward. What's cool is you can see the lights lock in, but I didn't notice this before. Right here, there's this LED bar. When it's searching, it almost looks like Knight Rider. It has the red going back and forth. I mean, it does look like Knight Rider. It's pretty cool how it goes back and forth like that. Then it turns green when it's locked in. Now, what's crazy is once it's searching and finds the ball, the LED of the green changes based on the position of the ball. So if it's forward, the LED lights up in the front. And then if it's back, the LED lights up on the back. I mean, that's just like some attention to detail type stuff that I think is really cool. Very simple to set up with the launcher, but I want to show you guys one thing real quick that I forgot to show you. So I set this off to the side. What was in that little box? Well, it's a shoulder strap, actually a logoed shoulder strap all right, for that case. So you can hook it onto the side, throw it over your shoulder if you're going down to the driving range, whatever it may be. Didn't want to miss that. I mean, that's more attention to detail type stuff. Really quality case like I was talking about. Didn't want to not show that in the video. But let's go ahead and go over to the software. I know you guys are excited to see this thing in action. Real quick, I'm gonna have to do a whole video on Uneekor Launcher. I mean, this is their mothership of software. Everything is inside of this. So you can basically first go to an install and select your unit, and it will take you through the whole process of setting that unit up. I actually went through it for IXO, and it even had me calibrate the IXO inside of here. And it was so simple. So I think that that's really cool that they have this kind of all-in-one wizard. There's not a bunch of different software all over the place you're trying to figure out. It makes it simple. All the licenses are now in here. I'm not going to click it because all mine are in there, but you can manage your licenses from the software now, so you don't have to like email support and wait. Your devices, you can see you can actually just select how they're being connected through your Ethernet ports. All right, very simple connectivity. And then when you do your start, once it's loaded, you can actually hit settings for iMini, and that actually lets you select your Wi-Fi. I'm not going to do it just because it researches for Wi-Fi and everything, but the really simple way to connect to Wi-Fi that way. And then you can see all my software licenses are popping up here. And this is where you're going to run everything, including accessory devices, right from this software. So if I wanted to go to view, I can actually turn it into either a window mode, or I can turn it, let's go full screen, make it easy. Let's change it to full screen real quick. I can do updates. It's all really, really simple. And I'll actually take my video down just real quick because I want you guys to see down the lower left. It actually has your account. You're actually going to create a new My Uneekor account that merges with the old one and goes to this whole new platform. It's very, very easy to do. I did it. When you go to basically create that account, it says, would you like to merge your old one? You do it. It's really, really simple. So all of that is inside of this software. All right, so let's go ahead and put our video back up, and let's go ahead and start view. The reason I'm so excited about view and with the iMini is because of the way that they're able to capture that swing path video and impact image from a side sitting launch monitor. It's really cool. I mean, it's really cool. It might be one of my favorite features of this portable golf launch monitor, you know, is the ability of seeing that ball hitting the face. You can see exactly what was going on with your club as you get in there. So let's go ahead and just start view really quick with my profile. All right. Once that loads up, I will just select iron, and you can see I actually have some shots that I took with I only took 7 shots, but I did some testing and it's good to go. So we'll just leave it like this and hit some demo shots for you guys. I'm a little tired after doing all this, but we'll take some shots. I was working on a little fade, but I want to hit draws and fades for you guys. I'll see if I can pull a fade off to start. Yeah, more of like a push fade, but that's okay because I had my club path, you know, just starting right. If I would have released the club, you know, face a little more, that probably would have been a really good shot. Let's try one more like that. Oh, almost dead straight. I like that. Now, what I want you guys to pay attention to is these numbers, because these numbers are like bang on to what I normally see. 150 to 155 carry, spin, you know, high 6s to maybe high 7s if I catch it nice and low and crisp. Everything I like to see. Launch angle, I mean, these are like matching up to my IXO numbers, which is really cool. And then what I can do is go over here, and I want to review that shot. So that one went straight, right? Well, I have an impact of it actually hitting the club, and then check this video out. I can watch the club coming in. Looks like I touched the turf just a little bit before the ball, so I'd like to not do that. I probably would have got, you know, at least 5 more yards carry if I would have, you know, hit ball first, and that I could tell that when I hit it. My spin was a little bit lower, and then look at the ball actually spinning. Now you'll notice that the camera actually moves. Notice the camera. There's my 1 foot, that's my right foot. Then it scrolls and follows, and you can see my left foot. And that's how it's tracking. I mean, this is just revolutionary in my opinion, the fact that they give you all of this. So all the data, if you have your cameras connected, you can do swings and compares and everything inside of here, okay? And then your shots, obviously, if you want to select different shots. I mean, this is powerful software with a portable golf launch monitor. All right, so let's hit a draw real quick. I always want to make sure that everybody knows that you're set up to, you know, be able to shape shots with a unit like this. Try to maybe hit a heavy draw. Swoop around. I hit it just a little fat. But look at the distance I got even hitting a little bit fat with the draw. My balls always go further. That's why you have to be so careful if you're like behind a tree trying to draw it around into a green. Yeah, I mean, I tend to overshoot those shots. This helps you dial in that distance, you know, if you're shaping shots like that. I can try to hit maybe a little more of like an extreme fade. Just not starting it left enough, but see how far it's working to the right. And I actually clipped that ball pretty nice. Look at this backspin. So I still got 140 yards out of it. All right, so I think this gives you guys a really good idea of, let's do wedge spin really quick. You know, we'll do a full chipping and putting session and everything for you guys, but let's just grab a 58 degree and let's just try to do a high spinning shot. 98.74. My good shots with this would be 10 to 11,000, and it's a, you know, 100-yard club, full swing. I pulled that a little bit, so it's going to go a little further than normal. That was crisp. Really crisp. Like, it doesn't get any better. All right, we got to look at the video on that. Got to look at the video on that. All right, so let's go to club. Yeah, look at that. That club comes in, and it's just hitting the ball first. I mean, maybe touching the turf barely. And then you can see this thing take off. And look at the rotation. That was a crisp shot. That's basically how I would like to hit that all the time. That is so cool to be able to see that with a wedge, you know, in a portable golf launch monitor. I mean, that's unbelievable. All right, guys. So, yes, this is a first look at the Uneekor iMini. There's a lot more to cover. I just wanted to get this out for you guys right away. Obviously, talk about data points, pricing, how it looks when it's included, what's included, everything along those lines. I know there's probably going to be a lot of questions. Put those below. I'll make sure to answer all those the best of my ability. Anything that you want to see, but I'm going to take you through it all. We're going to do the full iPad view review. We're going to take this thing outside. We're going to do a putting and chipping review, a driver review, all of it. I'm just really excited. I'm glad we have this unit now. I'm glad that we have it up and running and operating. It's working great. You know, I'm excited to hear what you guys think, and I'm excited to cover it more. So, like I said, if you're looking to purchase any Uneekor units, you know, it helps support the channel if you reach out to me and I can connect you to my partners. I greatly appreciate that. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more coming soon.